Hello and welcome to Cigar Reviews, and I'm going to be reviewing the Isla del Sol. This is said to be sun blessed. It is a very nice looking Sumatran wrapper, apparently sun grown around a aged Nicaraguan long filler. Now, go ahead and give this some test. It's rather squishy, a little bit of cracking. Not too much. That's about how I'd like it. There's a little damage on the side, somewhere in the center there. It's like a little pinprick in the side. Never seen that before. There's some stretching to the wrapper itself. It's not the cleanest looking cigar, but these are budget at $4 a stick. That's if you buy a 5-pack. It's actually like $19.95 for a 5-pack. That's not on seabeds or with any special deals or anything. So, I'm going to remove the foot band. Slight cocoa smell off the wrapper. Much more cocoa off the foot. And I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. And this is a Churchill. Sugary on the lips. And mostly sugar right now. A little bit of coffee note. But the sugar is primary off the sugared cap. Now, this is called the Isla del Sol. So, for those of you who don't know, the Isla del Sol is in the southernmost region of Lake Titicaca, in the country of Bolivia. It has over 80 Incan ruins on the site. Its primary income is from tourism. They have no roads, no motor vehicles. And there's about 300 families living there, roughly, if I remember correct. I think it's 300 families. Rather interesting island. It'd actually be a type of place I'd like to go because I love ruins, and 80 ruins on a small island, that's like heaven for me. So, the other thing is that a lot of sites, and apparently Drew Estate tried very hard to make this. They say it has a flavor of Mendeling coffee. Now, Mendeling coffee is considered one of the finer Sumatran coffees, if not one of the finest coffees in the world. The thing is, it actually has a higher rating than the more expensive Kopi Luwak, which is also known as Civet coffee. Interesting thing is, the Mendeling people do not actually grow any coffee. It was when the first people traded for it, there was a misunderstanding in terminology, and so they thought the Mandeling people were making Mendeling coffee, which there's actually a mistypo too, a spelling error. So, kind of interesting there. Other than that, not much on the way of history to give you on this anymore. I forgot that Isla del Sol, it's also considered by the Incan people in the writings and stuff that have remained, etc., that the Isla del Sol was the original place, the birthplace of the sun god. So, that's part of how it got its name, Island of the Sun. Mild kind of caramel notes, coffee and sugar. I'd say this tastes a little more like a caramel macchiato than it does a coffee, but yeah, I can see it both ways. Anyways, I'll get into the halfway point of this cigar. I'll let you know how it's continuing, and I'll see you briefly. Hello, and welcome to the halfway point of the Isla de Sol, Churchill, 7x50. Getting more coffee notes, less sugary tones. Still pretty sugary, but it's lessening, as most sweetened caps do. They lessen as you smoke. Still kind of got a little bit of caramel flavor, maybe even a little bit of toffee. For a $4 stick, so far this has been tremendously good. So, anyways, I don't have much more to add at this point, so I'll go ahead and see you in the final third of this, and catch you in a second. Hello, and welcome to the final third of this Isle de Sol. The sugar's almost entirely gone. Mostly replaced with a coffee caramel toffee flavor, which has been throughout. And there's still just a tad bit of the sweetness off the foot here. I would say, I should say cap. I'm kind of getting tired. It's a little after 11 here, so. This cigar's taken me about an hour and a half for a Churchill. Which is so-so. I usually like to get a little more time out of a Churchill, but I can live with that. Anyways, for a $4 Drew Estate infused cigar as a Churchill length, this is absolutely fantastic. I did not pick up any of the patchouli scent that's so often in infused Drew Estate cigars. It's just a really good cigar. At the price, I would say go ahead and get a box. I don't think it could go too terribly wrong unless you dislike sweet. And I kind of find the sweet cigars to be a bit of a palate cleanser. Having an infused every 7 or 8 cigars kind of resets the palate so that you're ready to go with, the standards again. So it's nice to have some in the rotation. At $4 a stick, can't beat that too bad. So I say go ahead and give this a try. And with that said, please add and subscribe. Leave questions, comments, feedback, suggestions. If you smoke this and you agree or disagree, go ahead and leave comments to that effect too. And just keep it nice is all I ask, and enjoy every puff.